Sylvia had a weird dream. She was told by some odd figure that help was coming her way. And that it did in the form of another kindred named Averjoe. He taught her a couple of things about the cobweb. And then Marcus was visited by a young lady by the name of Vivian Chase, who invited him for an interview with one Mr. Kingmaker. But we'll get to that in a bit. Right now, Sylvia, Ophelia, and Averjoe are in the apartment above Broken. They've just heard a crash downstairs and heard the voice say, "What do you mean she's not here? I saw her come in with some guy."
Ah! Eek! Sylvia collapses in on herself. She recognizes. I'm assuming this is Isaac.
The voice is Isaac's.
Yeah, she's like, rather catatonic.
Sylvia, are you well?
Don't let him come up here.
He won't.
Nobody move. No, nobody breathe. Actually.
We don't.
Oh wait, we don't breathe. Well, that's a relief.
How do you want this? You need to deal with this, Sylvia, because he cannot destroy my bar.
If he doesn't destroy your bar, he's gonna destroy me.
I won't let that. But you need to. We need to. Something needs to happen.
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna go clear out the patrons. You will gather your strength, and then let me know what you need to have done. Ophelia's gonna go down just to get people out of the bar.
Pretty empty already.
She,
Whoever's there is kind of like staring over the rims of their glasses.
She lets out a whistle and is like, "Patrons! It appears that some incidents have come up at the moment. If you would be so kind as to step out, once the situation is resolved, we will allow you to return. And for being so kind and gracious, drinks will be paid for tonight upon your return. Thank you."
No, I'm not gonna have you roll for it. They kind of like already want to avoid this lunatic, so they all sort of like file out as this young man with dark hair wheels on you.
I'm panicking a little.
Young.
He's scrawny, gaunt, eyes wild, conventionally handsome, but his clothes are a bit baggy. Looks like a typical shut-in.
Hey, I take offense to that. After everybody in Ophelia's like, "Now, what can I help you with, sir? You're causing a bit of a ruckus."
Where is Sylvia?
And might I ask why you need to know this information?
Because I need to speak with her.
And why must I ask?
It's none of your fucking business.
Considering the fact that you are actively destroying my bar, I would say it's a little bit of my business.
I don't give a shit. Bring me Sylvia, or more than your bar is gonna get destroyed.
Now, boy. I
Don't
would
fucking call me boy.
then stop acting like one.
Oh!
Because at the current moment, I've got two tits and a vulva, and I've got more balls than you do.
The fuck did you just say to me, bitch?
Oh shit!
Let me say it a bit louder. She takes a microphone from the stage. I have 2 tits and a vulva, and I've got more balls than you. So answer my damn questions, kid. And she puts it back onto the she gently puts it back into like the like a little microphone holder.
Microphones are expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
I need to speak with Sylvia. That's all you need to know.
No, I need to know more. I need to know more, and considering the fact that you didn't come in politely, you didn't ask kindly, you just simply came in and started making demands and breaking things. Now, normally, I would give you an opportunity, but considering the fact that you came in here, started breaking things, and she kind of like rubs her finger along like the bar, destroying the good vintage and the wonderful nightlife of the customers in here, I am a little apprehensive to do what you'd like.
Listen, I know she's here. I saw her walk in with some asshole, that fucking gangly dude. I want to see her now.
Are you sure she didn't come in with you? Because you're no Steamin' Charlie yourself.
You know what?
I am much better than any fucking man she can ever find.
I have an 8-inch strap on upstairs that says otherwise.
Sylvia, you were saying something?
If this was D&D, it would just be like vicious mockery after vicious mockery on this guy.
Vicious mockery after vicious mockery. What did you say? You're no what, Charlie?
You're no steaming Charlie. I don't know. I couldn't think of any like anything.
I love that term, steaming Charlie.
Yeah.
It sounds like almost vulgar.
Yeah. I
think that was the intention.
I think so.
I
I don't
love it.
know. I guess we'll keep it.
We'll keep it in.
Yeah.
Also,
do it
guys,
live.
if this is getting like way too much for any of you guys, let me know immediately. Just like shout like, "Yo, too far."
I can't wait for you guys to start like fighting.
Nobody's just watching with popcorn.
Sylvia is paralyzed, but she is paying attention to what's happening just in case she needs to step in, I guess.
Ophelia's downstairs, so you're still in the apartment. Doesn't
Right,
know.
I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
Ophelia is just stalling until Sylvia tells Ophelia or gives some hint to Ophelia of like what she wants done.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess ultimately I want him to leave me alone. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to verbalize a plan.
Ophelia, you can do a lot of things. Ophelia will figure it out. Plus, you have phone numbers and various other things. Yeah, Ophelia is just not letting this guy get an inch.
All right. Isaac looks you in the eyes, Ophelia. I need you to make me a composure and intelligence check.
Well, composure and intelligence. All right. Difficulty.
Just give me the straight roll for now.
4.
Okay. Let's see.
Both of those are like my two stats for me.
Let me see here. What is Ophelia's worst fear?
Ophelia's worst fear is Ophelia. She is her worst fear.
What's a scenario that she's afraid of?
Remember what we talked about, what happened at the docks?
Refresh my memory.
The whole reason that she does Gunpla in the beginning.
You're transported in an instant back to that moment. there's a boy, barely older than 17, dead at your feet. You hear his mother's wails in your ears. You see the flashing lights. You smell the blood. You vaguely hear Isaac's voice say, "I don't have time for this." And he shoves past you, completely pushing you off balance as he marches up the stairs. You are still stuck in this moment for perhaps a minute or two. But by the time you snap out of this dementation, he's at the door and he has kicked it in. Sylvia, darling!
Ah, fucking hell. Ophelia looks to the bartender and is like, don't let anyone in. She heads upstairs behind him. She's just more like annoyed right now.
I scream. I'm like, oh my god, if he's up here, I'm like, if in my head, I'm like, if he's up here, it means Ophelia is dead.
No. Shh. None of that.
Ophelia!
I'm coming. Give me a second. Damn, I'm not good with stairs.
Sylvia, I need you to do an intelligence and resolve check.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I got you.
My hands are a little full.
Ophelia's not good with stairs. Because she can't blink upstairs, because it's not a straight line.
Or... when he hushes you, you feel yourself stop. No more screaming. You're coming home with me. And you're compelled to rise to your feet and walk towards him.
Oh no. Can I shake my head? Can I take all the strength I have to shake my head even though my feet are moving?
It'll need another intelligence and resolve check. You can blood surge at the risk of getting more hunger.
It's okay. Do what you gotta do. I want to see if I can just protest.
Oh,
Right?
speaking
surge, you get hungrier.
Speaking of,
So
I'm
you
gonna do
add
my
2?
own rouse check.
We don't need to because this is the same night.
No, I mean I'm activating prowess.
Ah, okay. Alright, you got 4 successes. I can spend a willpower for you and reroll 3.
Why would I need to reroll?
Ah, actually, he only got 3 successes. So, you
I see. It's a competition. I always forget
manage to break free of this
that.
spell.
Oh! I thought I was just trying to shake my head.
You find the ability to shake your head, but you can also now stop yourself.
Okay, alright. So I shake my head and that sort of shakes me out of it, I guess, narrative-wise. And, I'm like, I don't know how you keep managing to find me, but I'm tired of running away. Isaac, I just want to settle down, okay? I need you to just leave me alone.
He grabs Sylvia's wrist. We are bonded for eternity, Sylvia. How could you have just walked out on that You tried to throw yourself away, but I want to make you feel like you are the most treasured possession. You are mine. I made you. You owe me for that.
You ruined my life.
I-
You got my daughter taken away
No.
from me.
No, I made your life better. I was the only thing keeping you alive, and then what do? You throw my gift away. You walk out on me. Not anymore. We're going home.
I was a zombie for a year. You were using me. That's all I ever was. And now you're trying to scrape some justification out of it. No, I refuse. You stole my life, but you can't steal my death, Isaac. I can't even look at you. I need you to go. Just leave me and my friends alone.
He smacks you across the face. Shut up. I was lenient the first time. Hell, I resisted going after you the third time, but this is the last time. I am not letting you out of my sight. We are leaving. You are mine. Period.
Sylvia shakes her head. I won't go with you. I'd rather die again.
Fine then. He looks into your eyes. You want to see what would have happened if I had left you there? Fine. I'll show you. And instantly, I need to make a composure and intelligence check for you.
Okie dokie.
You're still blood surging.
I'm loving this drama. This is awesome.
You just meet it.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
You are thrown. Well, he'll spend a willpower and re-roll one. Alright. You're thrown back to the bath.
Oh no.
The water's cold.
Ugh.
You hear the door jimmy open. You hear a faint voice. Sylvia? Sylvia, it's me. Why don't you go to the bedroom, sweetie? Maybe she's taking a nap and you can go wake her up. Okay.
Wait a second. Is this my dad?
Yes.
Does Isaac bring my child there? I
No.
thought I was estranged
This
from her
is
at the
different.
time. Oh,
This is
okay,
different.
okay.
He's describing what would have happened
Uh-huh.
if he hadn't, quote unquote, saved you.
Okay. Oh, okay. If they had
In
come
this
home
moment-
after I had died.
Yeah.
Got it.
In this moment, in this vision, you can't move, you can't speak. The door creaks open, and your cold, dead, lifeless eyes meet the eyes, the big, beautiful green eyes of Heidi. Your daughter. You see her sort of gasp in confusion, and then curiosity She wanders forward and sees the scene. Red rivulets streaming from the bathtub. She screams. She screams and cries in terror. Peter comes running in after. He screams as well in horror. The next is a blur, flashes as he drags you out of the tub, tries to staunch your wounds, tries to bring you back, but it's all fruitless. And you're staring up from a deep pit at your husband and your daughter as shovelfuls of earth begin to cloud your view. And the vision ends. Isaac has dragged you down the stairs in your vulnerable state and is heading towards the door, blowing past Ophelia.
Isaac, I mumble. Your mind games won't work on me this time.
It'll be okay, Sylvia. It always will be. You have me. You don't need anyone else. I'm here.
Ophelia.
Is that loud enough for me to hear it?
Yes.
At that moment, Ophelia will blink and punch Isaac. So that's a rouse check. She is hungrier, but now she has blinked
Yes.
and just slams her fist into Isaac's face. Billows
Crunch.
upon billows of steam are crawling across her body.
His whole cheek, his jawbone is like butter underneath your fingers.
Do you need me to roll?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna
Huh?
let you. I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna let you roll.
I mean, you can roll if you want to, but
No,
honestly,
Butter.
no.
you've knocked him on his ass.
Just
He goes flying in the opposite direction. Sylvia, you're brought out of your trance as you feel his nails rip down your wrist as his grip is suddenly yanked away from you. You get 1 point of superficial damage. I'll mark that for you.
Ophelia looks at Jade, and she looks
Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia, and she says, and then she looks to the bartender first and is like, lock this shit down, as he presses a button and all of the exits lock, and she pops her knuckles before handing her coat to Sylvia in her, just so she's just in her vest, and she says, how do you want me to leave him?
Gone.
Gone?
Just, I don't want him to come back ever again.
She kneels down to Sylvia and like makes her for. I will ask you one more time. Tell me in your words, look me in the eyes. What do you want me to do to him?
I look him in the eyes. I look Ophelia. I look her in the eyes, and I say, "You can kill him." Ophelia.
You see something that is violently disturbing in a way. Ophelia gives you a big, wide, toothy smile. An almost manic smile. As she stands back up, pops her neck behind the bar with the bartender, bartender, put on some tunes. I'm gonna need something to fuck up this. I'm gonna need some tunes to fuck up this My Chemical Romance wannabe. As she stomps towards him.
All right. What tune do you play?
Can I send it to you?
If you would like. I think we need some levity.
Oh, trust me, I have the perfect song. You gotta make sure. Yeah. All right. Just. Can I just put it on?
If you would like to, yes, you can send in the command.
All right. It's /play, right?
Yeah, and then paste the link.
Yep. So this just starts blasting on the like speakers as Ophelia stomps towards, like, not stomps, but like stalks is a better word to put it, towards this guy. She's taking her leisurely time to get to him.
Describe what you do to him, and before I say this, how are we doing?
Yeah, how's everybody?
I'm good.
I know that was kind of a lot.
Fuck him up.
Kick his ass!
Kill him.
Kill him!
I need
All right, Ophelia, finish him.
Ophelia walks up to him, grabs him by his face, and looks him in the eye before punching him back into another wall. And again, stalking slowly up to him, moving tables and chairs. You know. No, she walks up to him and stands at his feet. She says, "Stand up."
Give me a second. He stumbles to a knee and slowly uses a table to brace himself up.
And then she's like, "Come on, try and hit me. You like hitting people, don't you? So hit me."
I need another composure and intelligence roll from you.
An intelligence and composure roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2. I'm going to re-roll that 1. All right, so nothing. So I got 2 successes. She is pissed.
What's another bad memory of Ophelia's?
That's actually like the worst one, really. So it would probably just replay that.
You see that vision again, the boy at your feet, the woman screaming.
It just makes her more pissed. Can she snap out of it?
I'll need another composure and intelligence beat 4.
All right, I'm gonna
Can
blood
blood
surge.
surge.
Yeah, is that a +2?
Yes.
All right. 3. I'm gonna another reroll. Come on.
Did you roll hunger for the blood surge?
No, I did not. Rouse check. All right, I'm all good. I'm gonna reroll.
That was 2.
That's 1. Damn it. So
1,
match it.
2, 3, 4. Yep. You snap out of it.
And she's just pissed again, and she just slams her fist into his chest, knocking him back again, and again, stalks up. Enough with the tricks, fuckwad. You wanna talk like you're a big tough man? Well, then grow some fucking balls. I grow some fucking balls. I got a twink down the road who does tattoos who's more of a man than you. Fight me!
He will swing at you.
I will dodge.
That is 3 successes.
What do I need to dodge? Actually,
You need Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics. 3 successes. Oh, and I'm also
Yep.
blood surging. Does that last, or is that just?
Yep.
Yep.
No, that lasts for the scene.
Oh, cool. Perfect. 5. So Ophelia just kind of sidesteps him, but while his arm is
He
out,
misses you by a mile.
Ophelia, while his arm is outstretched like in front of her, she's going to bite down on his arm.
He shrieks.
Then
It's a guttural wail.
she grabs him by the throat, and with just her teeth and jaws, just pulls the arm.
Okay. I'm going to make this a strength and brawl roll.
What is?
I'm gonna see if you can, see if you can, tear his arm off.
Oh, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. I should be using potence because I still have prowess.
Oh, yes. He only got 2 successes, so depending on how much you get on your strength and brawl, you could rip his arm clean off.
So she just.
He screams. It's sort of gurgled now that you have him by the throat.
And then she just throws him back again, and then bits out his arm. Just.
The arm crumbles to ash on the floor.
Fuck.
He holds his shoulder, coughing. He
Yeah.
runs at you. I will say he is also blood surging at this point. Dangerously close to a frenzy.
Moon, out of respect, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Since the Foxman has just recently rejoined the chat, and since he was technically a part of the scene beforehand, were we going to fill him in on what the hell is going on?
Oh.
If you want to do that privately, go ahead. I'm a bit focused.
You
right
could probably
now.
pop down to
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Or you can wait also, and just
Yes.
listen to what we've got right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He
Sorry.
got 4 successes to try and run at you and
Oh wait, I got it. Hang on.
plunge his fangs into you.
Athletics. I'm going to willpower, reroll 3. Alright, I'm all good. I passed. 5 successes.
He is severely off balance. His teeth just make a click, a crunch next to your ear as he had been trying to go for your throat.
Ophelia just has her, Ophelia is just like watching him, and what he sees in her eyes is what could be described as the purest form of rage. Not like a superficial form of rage, like the embodiment of rage right now. And all she does is just backhand him into the wall. Like he's next to her. She just brings her arm to her chest, clenches, and just boom!
He is severely bloodied. He can't take another hit like that. He's on his last legs.
Ophelia then pulls out her sawed-off and then says, Sylvia, here, now.
What do I?
Ophelia just says, Sylvia, here, now.
What do you want me to do?
Come here.
Okay, I go over there.
Ophelia gets behind Sylvia and like kind of guides their hands onto like the sawed off and puts it in his mouth, and she's like, you have to be the one to finish him. This is your pain. You must end it.
I can't. I've never killed anyone before.
This is
I don't
not a
think
person. This is scum. Never to be remembered. Filth of the world. Killing them will bring a better world.
I can't do it. can't. I just can't.
Ophelia will then take the soda. I will not pressure you then. And then she's gonna just grab this guy by the face and lift him up. And she's looking at his face and it's like, and before she looks at his face, she's like, I really don't like those eyes. And she's just going to just those eyes. Index and pinky finger, just take those eyes out.
Ugh.
Oh God, no.
And then she holds him up in the last moments of his life. She's like, remember one thing. You believed you had power. You had strength. You did not earn it. You did not deserve it. And you used it for cruel methods. But always know, there is someone far crueler than you. And then she's just going to shove her hand through his chest with his heart and rip it out.
His body crumbles to ash in your hands.
And she
You're holding a cold, dead heart.
and she just crushes it in her hand. Not even worthy to fucking eat. And throws the remnants on the floor.
It crumbles like charcoal in your hands. And Sylvia, he's gone.
Wow. You know, Sylvia definitely appreciates that Ophelia offered that, but one of Sylvia's whole tenets or whatever they're called is she will never kill a person. And even though vampires, I guess, I don't know if they count as people under that.
Are they people?
Umbrella, I don't know, enemies. But I feel like she counts everyone, dead and alive, as being part of that, and she just it's against her very core. But she does not begrudge Ophelia for doing the dirty work for her. She's very grateful that one of her biggest problems is now just gone. She's kind of sitting there stunned, what?
Ophelia heads to the bar and sits down, and she's just like, bartender, 2 reds.
He nods, and he produces 2 whiskey glasses, then pours out from a blood bag some blood for you.
Can my hunger go down if I drink it?
Yes.
Ophelia's
I will say it is alcoholic.
Yeah, I was about to say. So Ophelia's just like, take it slow. We have some time. So, and she takes a sip. How do you feel?
I just lost 100 pounds off my back.
Averjoe?
Oh yeah, Averjoe. Just watch this happen.
Oh, hey, Averjoe. How are you doing?
Just watch this woman absolutely violate this man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A Mortal Kombat finish from real life. Never thought I'd see it. Oh wait, I think I've seen it a few times. But gotta say, probably one of my top 10 right there.
Please just shut up and come get the drink before come drink with us. I'm still more than enough in the mood. Don't test me.
By the way, I do have a bad cough right now, so I just have to mute and kind of go in and out of this.
No.
That's okay.
Ophelia then looks to Sylvia and is like, what matters now? What do you plan to do now?
Me? Oh, I don't even know.
How exciting.
I've been running for 5 years to try to get him as far away as possible from my daughter, and to try to outrun him, outpace him, but he followed me wherever I went, and I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I guess I stayed alive so that I could see her again someday, but until I got rid of him, I knew I would never be able to do that. So I don't know. I didn't really have any fleshed out plans. No pun intended.
Isn't that joyous? Ophelia sips her drink.
Yeah, she gives a slight smile.
You have your whole life now to live. And remember, there is no shame in asking for help. You're not one to kill. I do not fault you for that. Unfortunately, I am.
This actually makes Sylvia laugh a little bit. I don't know where I would be without you, Ophelia, so I don't begrudge you for that either.
Averjoe pipes up. So, that stalker got iced, right?
No, the pile of ash on the floor is from the chimney sweep when Santa came in.
Ah, very clever, very clever. Well, Sylvia, this has been a riveting night, I must say. Quick question for you. Email still okay?
Yeah, email's great.
Hang out for a second, Averjoe. We gotta clean up this place and get us out of lockdown first.
Oh, sure, yes. Doors, that's very important. Need any help?
No.
Holy shit, I just have to say, sis, your average Joe impression is insane. What the hell? you nailed it.
Thank you. I don't want Averjoe to leave just yet. I'm just taking an extra few sips of tea to get my vocal cords back in
Take your
order.
time. I'll stall for you as long as you need.
Yeah, I will attempt to do some. I'll put in a little bit of roleplay, but just keep Averjoe around. Just kind of, canonically, he's gnawed on a piece of wood to the point where he's got a whole bunch of sawdust in his lungs, so he's trying to cough it out and goes into coughing fits.
That's really funny.
Yes.
What a quirky
And remember,
fellow.
that is canon.
Yep.
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 And Templeton is doing a similar, is kind of looking up at you in awe. So.
What is he making it like a shape out? Is he like whittling?
Kind of. He was originally. He's like, look, when you have this much time on your hands, sometimes you just gotta do something just to do something.
You learn all sorts of fun crafts and hobbies.
Yep. Ophelia's like,
yes.
I don't need help. I just need to make a quick call. And she just makes a call and is like, and she just.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Sean. We need a deluxe cleanup. Pronto. Broken. Let us know
Damn.
when you're here. We're in lockdown.
Damn. Okay. I'll be there in a sec.
And she hangs up and she then is like, and she just looks to Sylvia and is like, feel better?
Yeah.
Know this. I don't do this sort of thing for just anyone. I consider you a friend, an ally even. My trust is very sparsely given. And when I do trust someone, I trust wholeheartedly. Please, and I beg of you of this, don't give me a reason to no longer trust you.
It means a lot. Thank you. I'll always do my best.
That's all we can ever ask in life and in death. People spend too much time focusing on trying to be better and better, when they don't realize that sometimes the best thing they can do is their best. Try too hard and you overcompensate. Try too little and then you undercompensate. The best thing you can do is simply just be you. It took me many years to figure that out. Unfortunately, many years too late. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
See, now this is somebody I can respect a bit. You know what? My opinion is a little bit better of you now. I appreciate you. And I appreciate that you've been through a lot of shit, I can tell.
I killed my sire.
Nice. Go.
You also killed mine.
If I had $1 for how many sires I've killed, I would have way too much fucking money.
Don't lowball yourself. Give you $2 for every kill. I think that'd be more appropriate.
Mr. What was it?
Just
Isaac.
call me Averjoe.
Mr. Joe, I have too much money.
All right, we'll go with Joe. Oh, too much money. Nice. Dude, by the way, he takes out from behind him. Now, I can appreciate what you do. And, Sylvia, I would love to talk with you, but I've got this little obsession that I want to just pick your brain about. What do you think about this? I can imagine that you're quite the gun expert, and you've seen what you see in front of you is a nice carved wooden, embroidered even in some parts with a little bit of velvet shotgun. That's kind of like a cut-off, a sawed-off shotgun, but with little delicately placed but a little hardy gold inlays with a little silver outline, shaped in the face of a skull, as well as little wings that go in between feathers and leather embroidery on it, on the very end of it.
Who are you showing this to?
You.
Oh, Ophelia looks at it and is impressive. A bit small for me, but impressive. I don't think I ever told you. Ophelia uses like 6 gauge.
That's beautiful. Oh, please, go off, girl. Tell me exactly about this 12 gauge of yours.
It is, first off, it's 6 gauge.
6 gauge? Oh, come on, I think 12. In this timeline, in this world, what year are we again?
Modern times.
No, he's asking you,
Oh.
what's the year again?
2020 checks the script.
24,
2024.
Sorry, that's
give or take.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure like how closely we were following modern day.
That was funny. Checks the script. 24.
Just regular old moon with like the production workers like headset and stuff. 24.
Alright, we're getting sidetracked.
And it's like 2024.
I thought by now we'd actually have a 12 gauge.
We do have the 12 gauge. My 12
Why are you
gauge.
settling for a 6 gauge?
6 gauge is bigger. She like sets she sets his shotgun on the counter and then she pulls out hers and it's just like boom.
He's just enthralled with this, and I think for the remainder of the conversation that he has with you, it's going to be gun oriented because for some reason he's just picked that obsession with you.
Ophelia is
It's
just
a bonding exercise.
Ophelia like lets him examine it at first and then looks to Sylvia and is like, well, once we're all opened up, you're free to stay and enjoy yourself. When I say that we're doing an open bar tonight, I mean it. And she downs her drink and she's like, plus I could also kind of use it myself.
Alright.
Yeah, pass me a few.
The shutters go up, and tumbling in through the door is Rise, with the cleaner not far behind.
Hey Sean, do you think how long do you think it'll take for you to get this place spick and span? Also, mind the ashes. I killed that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he like hefts like a backpack vacuum cleaner. Nothing a heavy-duty vacuum can't fix.
Thanks. Rise, can you keep Sylvia company? I need to get some spare tables and chairs and bottles and I just need to get a lot of spare shit from the back. And she starts taking like broken tables and chairs and stuff.
After tumbling in, the first thing Rise did was a quick examination, and then the only person he doesn't recognize being Averjoe, he just makes an assumption and his gun is already pointed out and like pointed at Averjoe and is like, What the hell happened?
I'll explain in a bit. Also, Averjoe is harmless. He's just tall.
Glances over.
Yes, Rise, this man is easily a foot taller than you.
Looks up. Oh my god. Average Joe's looking at Ophelia.
I wish I was fucking joking. Get yourself a drink at the bar. It's an open night. And she looks to the bartender and she just says, "Take it out of my emergency account. You already know how to do all of that."
It's a pleasure to meet you, madam. I will say,
Sir.
Sir.
What am I greeted with? What's the image?
Oh.
Gangly looking guy.
pretty
Yeah.
gangly looking myself, but hang on.
Oh, I found the picture. I can copy and paste it for you.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
Foxman, you are also you can describe Averjoe again, if you would like.
There we go. I put it in chat. That's what is. Hang on, let me see. Do I have a picture of jacketless Ophelia? Here it is. Because I don't think anybody's seen this. Let me make sure that people see. This is what Ophelia currently looks like after beating the shit out of that guy.
Yeah. Sis, I am sorry. I have been meaning to draw Sylvia. My brain
Oh, that's
is stupid.
okay. No rush. You
Yes.
got time.
So that's Rise on top, the very twinkish looking man, and then that's Ophelia.
Gotcha. Noted. Give me a sec. I'm trying to fix my voice up. He's canonically, again, I think you were here for me to say that, chewing on a piece of wood every now and then, like coughing up
Sawdust.
Sawdust and splinters.
He would have a
and
field
that's-
day at the axe throwing bar I work at. A pile of firewood outside the door.
God, can't make me laugh.
I'm sorry.
I will slowly lower the gun,
No, you're
looking
good.
at Sylvia. We're all good then?
Yeah. Now at least.
Cool. Holds out his hand, putting the gun away. A pleasure to meet you as well. Sorry about that.
Quite all right. Quite all right. Let's see if I can get to the description real quick. Averjoe is a running joke is that every single time I describe him, he gets like a centimeter taller. So right now he's a 7-foot man, with stark white and gray hairlines going throughout his head. A gaunt and beanpole-esque build, just tall, but feel like you could just pick him up and whap him with another motherfucker easily.
He's a stick, basically.
Oh dear.
I always describe him as tall as Slender Man, but twice as pretty.
Dang. I get it now.
He's a gangly man, with usually his apparel changes regularly, but currently he is with a slight, nice cloak that's brown on the outside with an embroidered inlay that only comes out when he raises his arms, as well as a nice vest underneath that has beautiful flower embroidery that has the colors of only red hot fire is the only way I could describe it. And he just bows and shakes your hand politely.
Rise then turns to Sylvia and like kneels next. Are you still kneeling or no?
I think we're at the bar right now.
Oh, okay. We'll slide up to Sylvia at the bar. Are you okay? I heard that this bar went into lockdown. I knew you were on the way here. Ophelia had texted me.
Yeah, Isaac showed up, but Ophelia took care of it.
Glances over at the vacuum cleaner currently running.
The fucking, like, what is it? The Dyson?
Yeah, just like a backpack Dyson, just like.
Also,
Fantastic.
I just remembered that Ophelia was angry, so the second those doors opened, it was like a fucking steam room with just.
Just run through the steam. Well, I'm glad to see that taken care of. How are you feeling?
Better. I mean, free, or I don't really know what to do next, I guess. I've spent so long just trying to hide.
Not anymore. You can do whatever you want. Barring that it's in the sun, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes during the day I forget about that and I can't sleep and I wanna. But I don't, obviously. I'm still, alive. I miss it though, the sun, I mean. Anyway, we should celebrate.
We should indeed. Ophelia, you said open bar, right?
Ophelia's coming back with like new chair, a new table, like chairs and various like bottles and restocking. Yeah, I'm paying for drinks tonight.
Wait, sorry. I think I was hearing two people at once.
Say,
Yeah, you were kind of talking over Fox at one point.
Fox
I am
is
so
very
sorry,
faint.
I can't hear them.
I couldn't hear anything for a second.
You back?
Turning
Can
me
you
up a
hear
little
us?
bit.
Hello?
Ding ding.
Hello. Hi.
I can hear everyone now.
Diggly diggly.
Really now the rain is gone.
It's raining where I'm at. You're a liar.
Alright, so what did Averjoe say?
Oh, again, my apologies. What's something fun we could do? It's been a while since I've had a little bit of action and fun.
Well, we've got an open bar. Ophelia, you've got some music, right?
Well, I do have something that Morgan, the owner, has been kind of wanting to give a try, but hasn't really had the time or space for. But with all this spare shit that we've got around, yeah, I think I can make it work. Give me a second. And she like pulls out and she like gets like a hammer and nails and hang on. She goes upstairs and comes back with like a cacophony, a way too big case of various throwing knives. It's no axe bar, but drunk people with bladed objects. What could go wrong?
I wish I would have found you 100 years ago for this type of entertainment.
I'm glad I didn't. Now, first, Sean, has everything all taken care of?
Yep, I'm pretty much done here. Just gotta scrub off some blood splatter.
Appreciate it, dude. And she's like, appreciate it, dude. Open bar is free. Good for you, too. And then she just hands him, she like pulls out like a wad of cash and just licks her thumb and does the probably for like Rise and Sylvia an uncomfortably long a period of time before handing him some money.
It's just been like pouring Sylvia a drink as watching.
And then it's like,
Thanks.
take care.
Like he pockets it and then like goes up to the bar, puts down one of the bills and is just like, just keep them coming until this runs out.
Spider, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just gotta say that whole shooka noise sounds that you make, just like, that'd be some quality ASMR.
That was some good sound effects.
I mean, if there's one thing that I'm known for being good at, it's my sound effects and my
Nice Foley work.
Yep.
yeah, and like my various other like voice changes. But then she's just like, all right, and then she like goes outside. She's like, patrons, thank you for being so patient. We're now reopened with an open bar. Please make your way in and please behave yourselves. We have a new limited time knife throwing attraction. If you don't behave yourselves, you will be removed. By me. And she pops her knuckles personally. And before going back in.
The crowd comes back in. Soon enough, the bar is lively again. I'm assuming this is a good time for a scene shift. Anyone want to do anything before the scene
I
ends?
mean, not entirely.
There's just what? There's just one
good
moment.
here.
There's just one moment where Ophelia has two girls on one arm and is standing on one foot while balancing a drink on like her arm, and then throws and hits a bullseye on like on the wood. Just people
The
cheer.
crowd goes wild.
You are my dream.
And
Show
soon
off.
enough, the night winds down. Everyone heads home. Their various activities finished for the night, and night turns to day. Everyone finds their havens. The next night comes with breaking news.
Rouse check. Oh, thank the gods.
Yes, rouse checks, but another body has been found. It's another sex worker.
Fuck.
She's been heavily, heavily mutilated.
Yeah.
Ophelia, it is not one of Madame Whisper's. It's from the area by the docks.
She like pinches her. I imagine she's like, as this is happening, she's like making like a smoothie with Molly, and she's just frustrated, like, fucking hell.
There's a description of a letter which reads, "From hell. Told you I'd be back. So excited. Couldn't wait that long. My knife was so nice and sharp. This time I had time to do the full extent of my work. Hope you enjoy. She tasted like strawberry pie. Can't wait to hear the online theories from this letter. I'll be popping a bottle of the proper red stuff to all of you claiming to be on the right track. Sincerely, catch me, quote, if you can." Signed with a bloody, smiling face.
Ophelia's like, great, this guy's a modern day Jack the Ripper. She like pinches her eyebrows and she calls Madam Whisper.
It takes a ring or two. Ophelia?
Matt and Whisper, I know this is gonna be tough to say, but have you seen the news?
I have, unfortunately. Not one of ours, but still, the community is in mourning.
I know this is a hard ask, but I'll pay for it. I want every one of our people out, if possible, until this is settled.
Out as in...
Away from this area. If they're
I-
able to go, we'll send them on a vacation.
Ophelia... I'm sorry, but that isn't possible.
Yeah.
The girls need work.
Yeah, didn't think so.
I'm already down to a skeleton crew.
I'll fix
I
this.
would if I could, my dear. I would if I could, truly.
I'll figure this out as soon as I can.
Ophelia, please... Please be careful.
If you're worried about me dying, death can have me when it earns me. Until then, he can keep knocking. I'll just keep pushing him out of the fucking ring.
I always liked that attitude of yours.
Take care. Let me know if you have any updates on your end.
Of course, Ophelia. And you're always welcome here.
And she hangs up and then just and looks over at Molly. How are you doing?
She kind of just wordlessly curls up next to you.
Yeah, and Ophelia downs her heart and liver smoothie. Will that reduce my hunger?
Yes,
Hunger.
by one.
I love that.
By
Has
the-
everyone done their rouse checks for this night?
I have not.
You don't have to.
She's just like, fucking hell. And I'm no fucking closer to any information. Haven't heard from Rat, Roach, Croc, anyone. What is going on?
I'm sure they'll get back to you.
The longer it takes, though, the more hardworking people at David keep getting killed.
They'll find him.
Hopefully. Anyways. Do you work tonight?
No.
Well then, Ophelia stands up and puts on her jacket. Care to join me for a little bit of investment work then?
She smiles and gets to her feet. Sure.
Good. Don't forget to bring your gun.
I wouldn't leave home without it.
Good, and we'll take you. And also, next time, please don't shoot me in the arm. I know you got startled,
I
but
didn't mean to.
I know. But please, try not to again. And she ruffles Molly's hair.
She blushes and smiles before moving to get ready. We move across town to Crown Records. It's 11:25 p.m. Marcus, you're in the recording booth.
Okay, cool. There's a few taps on the mic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another exciting edition of Raw Talk, broadcast to you live, New Orleans. We're here for entertainment, information, and engaging you with today's special guest.
The door opens, and a man in a white suit steps in and sits across from you.
First of all, can everyone hear me right now? Because my audio has been iffy as of last night, so I just want to make sure. Okay, all right. I'm gonna post what he's wearing. Give me a second.
If I swear to God, if it's just like a loincloth.
No, I said a white suit.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't know why my brain thought it was fox, but it was wolf. So I was just like, I swear to fuck, if Average Joe is just wearing a fucking loincloth.
Oh my god.
That does sound like something he'd do.
I know. That's why I was
God.
like. That's why I was like, I swear to fuck.
Oh my god.
This is Jack Tire. It's sending right now. He's of course wearing a bigger, longer white trench coat over the suit jacket, but Vivian is there, and as soon as he enters, Vivian removes the trench coat from him just so that he's just wearing the white suit jacket.
Don't let them
She
take my
smiles
property.
and nods before going to go out of the room.
Thank you, Vivian. Appreciate you very much. And the Jack will make his way over.
Marcus, gestures for a seat.
He sits down. Thank you so much, Mr. Payne, for having me on your show. It's truly an honor.
Of course, Mr. Kingmaker, and welcome to Raw Talk.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. So, I'm sure you're probably curious as to why I reached out.
Yes, you did catch my curiosity pretty quickly. Why don't you indulge me and my listeners of why you reached out to little old me?
Well, as I've been looking into all social media, radio, social media, Instagram, Facebook, everything in that, I've particularly took a look at your show because, well, to put it plainly to all you listeners out there, yeah, I've seen you, in all your time here, go against those same vested interests that would see I return to England. Meaning you don't care who you go up against so long as you're fighting the good fight, and I respect that.
Well, you do know some of me and my listeners are from higher up in the States. A good fight is always one to keep an eye out for.
Exactly. And that's why I know you won't be just simply, like, if I were to go to, say, the certain, perhaps biased stations, they wouldn't just be immediately cowing to my toe and foot. No, I prefer to someone who'd be willing to get to the truth and the heart of the matter, which is why I know I have come to the right man, so to speak. I merely wish that we had met under better circumstances. And for the record, you are, of course, more than welcome to. We're hosting a gala at one of the recent museums that we've recently restored. Oh, speaking of which, where are my manners? This meeting should be toasted correctly. A few listeners out there, I propose a toast, and he has a suitcase with him, and to you, Marks, he basically pulls out the bottle of champagne that he actually sent out to Jack, and he says, "I've been saving this, perhaps to savor the time, as such a bottle of champagne should not be wasted."
Marcus, I should ask, do you have Blush of Life active?
Uh, yes.
Lovely. So this will allow you to consume food and drink for the scene, but you will have to expel it later.
Okay. A good toast to all my dear listeners who can drink and wish to join us.
We'll make sure to make.
Peace amongst
We'll
New
be sure to
Orleans.
make. We'll be sure to make the clink as audible as we can, of course.
Of course.
There's the
He will.
Cheers.
of the champagne cork. Some fizzing as the champagne is poured. Clink of the glasses.
Now, my dear friend,
Jack,
shall we get down to the nitty-gritty?
of course. Ask any questions that you wish to ask me. If my biz not incorporated or my mayoral campaign, I am an open book. Shoot.
Well, how about we start with your campaign? What have you been on about? Where have you been
Well,
hosting? Maybe some of the listeners could come by and listen to your fine speeches.
yes. Well, for my campaign, shall we start from the bottom and move up to the top so that we cover all sort of walks of the life? Well, for one thing, I've been focusing mainly on on New Orleans' education system and seeing how Uno, or Moon out of character Uno, that's the college, the campus.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
University of New Orleans.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Uno.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dose.
And how in other local schools, and seeing just how much student debt actually really racked up in the last few years, especially after all the hurricanes that really hit us and really put a lot of our students and youth in a lot of terrible debt, and it's not even their fault. And it breaks my heart to see such youthful minds be wasted by things that they are outside of their control. I've already put in many donations to many special individuals who show proficient skills in many things: debate, arts, sports, whatever their passions are. I want to see them thrive. This is a city I have much hope in. As from there on, I want to also focus on employment. Of course, after the devastations we've all occurred, and perhaps through some of the unseemly things that seem to be happening on our street corners, I want to be able to give those who are in a low place in life a higher place in life. Which is why Nod Incorporated, with association through Pentex and our umbrella corporation, they are standing for a new Orleans Dynamics, what you would call a plant, partnered with Safe Haven Construction and Panacea Pharmaceuticals. Nod, of course, is a pharmaceutical company, which I pride myself on, and through this, with all of our employees, whether you're working in the plant or working in the medical sector, to help, especially, and this is what I'm very excited about, to develop the Venetian Isles into an industrial town. Ever since the hurricane hit, it's been completely unused and unresolved land, just sitting there, just wasting away, and it's perfect potential to be made into something better. I will truly market this towards everyone who can see the profit in this and the potential in this. And we're willing to open this up to anyone who has been down on their luck. If you can work, we will give you a job for this. It's just right across the river.
Very, very interesting.
Mr. Payne, do you mind if I smoke in here? If it's alright with you, I just wish to be respectful.
Not at all. These are properly vented. Feel free to have a cigarette or a cigar if you wish.
Okay, thank you. My ex, he got me hooked a few years back, and I'm afraid I've been hooked ever since. And he pulls out a cigarette and lights it and starts smoking.
So, I do have a question. How do you plan to address the issue of public safety with all of the unpleasant things happening to a few of the females in our society, in our community?
You're referring to our resident local psychopath and, serial killer wannabe, it seems. Yes, well, truly breaks my
We are a
heart.
family
As
channel,
if I'm
please. We are a family channel. Let's be very careful with our filters today.
He smiles and he says, very correct. Well, certain unpleasant individuals tend to get precisely what they deserve, as they should be. However, some people are unfit to truly find and make sure that such individuals get what they deserve. But rest assured that some parties present as of right now are fully content with providing the resources, manpower, and money to make sure that such unseemly individuals find true justice. Truly disheartens and weakens the soul to see that, especially in these recent nights of all the gang violence, the disappearances, that nothing has been done about this, and this is one of my top priorities. Of course, there must be a balancing act to be able to see which part of New Orleans must be helped at this exact same time. As an old friend of mine used to say, it's like basically trying to fill a bunch of holes in a leaking dam, but I have confidence in my crew and my supporters to be able to fix this within time.
All good things, all good things. How long would you say you've been in the line of politics?
Oh, I'm not gonna say I've been in the line of politics for long, I definitely study the subject, and certain members of my family certainly tried to get into it, but they were too stuck up to get into it. I've always been more in the line of business and trying to make a name for my own self, but when push comes to shove and it seems like nobody else will be a light in the darkness, well, sometimes one must take up the opportunity to lead others in the right direction. And that is what I intend to do as well.
Good. Good to know. Good to know. So, how would you plan to combat any of these misinformations and conspiracy theories surrounding your candidacy from some of those other forms of social media?
Precisely what I'm doing right now, Mr. Payne. Precisely what I'm doing right now. I'm sure there's been plenty of conspiracy theories and psychobabble about with my partnership with Pentex and my business with Not Incorporated, New Orleans Dynamics. And I'm more than willing to discuss that as well with you. I am not being shy about this. If you ask what I am here to do about my business, I'm more than willing to discuss Nod with you.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I've done my research when I heard that you wanted to come and take a little side by side with me. I did do a little bit of research upon you, just like any good journalist would. Strange thing, though, couldn't really find your birthday. And that has been a very big topic of conversation on some of these conspiracy theories I've heard. Could you inform our listeners of when your birthday is?
It is April 16th. It is April 16th.
2000.
I don't have. I was gonna say my birthday year like out of character, but like because I don't know, like I didn't have an exact age or year for him going in or whatever, so I'm just gonna say that exact date, and he's also gonna say just like I do have a reason, of course, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not a one I'm very proud of, but it is one that I'm glad to move away from, if you'll pardon me.
Completely understand.
I grew up I I grew up from a very bad family. You could say very majority of the people I grew up with were not very healthy in the slightest, and suffice to say I did not like the people I grew up with. However, those above my parents did inspire me, and that is actually why I chose New Orleans of all places. But I wanted to escape my family name. I wanted to change a few things about that, and it's not that I'm trying to hide from who I am, I just simply don't wish to be associated with those of the wrong mindset, and well, someone once told me that America is the place of reinvention.
Plenty of opportunities out here in the States, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, you see, this exact city is actually the place of my grandparents and my great grandparents, of which they actually migrated to a very long time ago, seeking new opportunities, feeling fed up with the old ways. You see, I found myself to be a man who is very fascinated by the new world. We call it the new world for a reason, but in the same way, as I'm sure you're aware from my trying to fix a lot of the old structures and make sure that they're refurbished, I still always respect the old. I know what you're thinking. I'm full of contradictions, but so is the world.
So is independence, but yet here we are standing in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
How true. How true.
And you see Marcus kind of starts shuffling through some of the papers he has beside him where he wrote down some of his questions, and he's like,
Marcus, you notice his cologne is a bit strong. Even above the cigarette smoke.
That's quite a strong cologne you have there. What is it?
Oh, Sauvage Elixir.
I don't think I've
Did I
heard of
put-
it. Could you tell me a little more?
It, Johnny Depp literally did a commercial about this. I confess I feel a little embarrassed. Did I put too much on? Should really talk to my assistant. And he just looks very flushed.
There is no need to be concerned about anything. I just wanted to ask a certain question. You know, that's all fine and dandy here.
It's perfectly fine, perfectly fine. So, did you have any questions about Nod as well?
Ah, yes. What are your intentions towards Nod, and what's your plan of action around it?
Well, it's one of, if not the best pharmaceutical company under Pentex's umbrella. I was absolutely enthralled by the idea of getting into this business because, well, I confess from a young age I could sense a change in the winds, so to speak. That we're on the precipice of a great change. I believe, as humans, we have it within ourselves to redefine our species.
You know, I definitely can sit here and agree that we can definitely redefine a lot.
Well, that's what Mr. Darwin taught us a long time ago, is it not? That man evolves. See, as a big believer in science, that is precisely what I have set out to accomplish. To facilitate in that evolution. Give nature a helping hand, so to speak. Curing cancer, stem cell research, hell, even the latest threats of life expectancy mankind has ever seen. Did you know life expectancy in the 1400s was literally only 15 or 20 years of age, and now it's 80 to 70? Imagine if it was pushed beyond it is now. I would like to be able to be associated with something like that and be able to see people cherish their loved ones longer and stick around to tell their stories. That is why I thought. That is why I started Nod.
So, Mr. Kingmaker, do you by chance have any other opponents going up against you?
Just the old mayor, but after his, I'm going to say, lackluster results in his efforts to stop these violent actions happening on our streets, helping to help our citizens rise up from where all the damage was left over from where we were before, and just overall doing anything to really help improve the situations that are going on here. I mean, where is this situation with this madman running amok in our streets? I have a plan, but I cannot truly induct anything until I have the power to do so. I'm simply a face in the crowd willing to offer support to those who need it.
I couldn't agree more. As more faces, more stars should shine through. Following your lead, wouldn't you agree?
Exactly, I know exactly what you mean. I'm glad I could inspire you, especially after my first announcement about running for mayor. I saw how you donated your stuff, and you donated a fair amount to certain individuals in need. I was so more than happy to see that I inspired you.
Of course, this is my community. This is my home. I want to make it safe and helpful for all of those in need. Now,
Marcus,
Mr.
you
Kingmaker.
notice Marcus, you
Go ahead.
notice a slight odd stain on the collar of his shirt, his flawless white shirt. It almost looks like a smudge of foundation or makeup.
Ooh, okay. Uh, now, I have noticed and picked up your schedule. You're usually around during the nighttime. How could, how do you plan effectively working your managerialness around that schedule?
It is uncommon for me to be somewhat of a night owl, but I do most of my planning during the day. I take a lot of inspiration from, if you'll pardon me for being a little bit British, Winston Churchill's schedule during the day during a time of war. I do partake in a little bit of the alcohol during the day, a little bit of a nap, a little bit of planning, and then I like to do my action at night. But trust me, I have greatly reduced the amount of things of which he has done. Like, seriously, I don't think Living History could actually keep up with his schedule of consistently drinking, napping, drinking into a stupor, and do anything like that. But I am working my way around, and I am willing to adapt to the situation as it comes. In fact, hold up, I'm getting a text message. I'm terribly sorry about this. It's just like, what? Sorry about that. It's really hard to get a good help nowadays. So,
Eh, you know the old saying, if you want something done right, you do it yourself.
how true, how true. You sound like my ex.
Ah, Mr. Kingmaker, how do you, can you provide assurance that your leadership will not be influenced by outside forces?
There was a phrase my mother used to say to me about talking about how monsters didn't really live within the realm of fairy tale and mythology. They resided within men as themselves. She actually had an exact name title for this. She called them Goblin Merchantmen. And I honestly was scared as hell of politicians after that. I was honestly a little bit scared until at least the age of 8 about watching the news and seeing these politicians, whether it was in my own country or other countries, rising up and thinking them as goblins in my youth. And I didn't want to be that. No, no. I will follow my own path.
Marcus, you notice there's an odd ring around his iris, almost as if he's wearing contact lenses.
Interesting. You see, after your statement, Marcus has been taking notes, just like, I couldn't agree more with you, my good friend, my good man. I do have a question for you more personally. How, not how, but would you prefer to have some more competition outside of the older mayor?
Oh. Oh. Obviously, it would be unpreferred. But, I'm not going to be the fool who's going to say no. Obviously, don't. I'm the best choice here in this city. I'm not going to be the idiot, because no. I think everyone has the chance to deserve to prove themselves. But I was the first person to stand up and say that I will do this, since obviously nobody else cared that the old mare was floundering.
That I couldn't agree more. Agree more. You know, I do think some lovely competition would be very healthy for not only your campaign, but for the good people of New Orleans.
Oh? What do you ever mean by that?
Well, looking in all of human history, conflict does lead to some of the more brighter outcomes, or revolutionary movements in our history.
Tell that to World War II, or World War One, or the Civil War, or anything by that means. It's all there's a bloodshed and pain and strife and things like that. Things that are so unnecessary.
You look at it in an unnecessary form of conflict. But if we look back into World War II, medicine took some of its all-time highs across that time. Science, engineering, all grew and became to what we have now in just a small amount of time. All because of a little conflict, a little bit of a challenge. Mr. Kingmaker, if you had some challenge, and you see Marcus leans forward a little bit more in his chair, not so much lean back anymore. Particularly, how would you evolve?
He leans forward as well. He smiles and he says, "What's the old saying? Whatever doesn't kill you just makes you stronger."
Mr. Kingmaker, I don't think I could have gotten a better answer. For such a question. Now, I have noticed that there's been a huge drop in some of New Orleans' business standings. There's been a very hold on, out of character. Are you kidding me? Had to get that out.
Also, Mark, you talking like Doomfist right now. Every battle makes me stronger. Only with conflict will we evolve.
I mean, not wrong. To continue my question.
Evolve.
You can make another roll if you want, at the risk of spending more willpower.
I am. I'm going to, because that's so aggravating. There we go.
Wait, you just spent willpower. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You rolled willpower again. Wouldn't it have to be a fresh roll?
Would it have to be a fresh roll?
Wolf?
I can do a fresh roll.
Yeah, do a fresh roll.
Okay.
Machines that think.
Oh my god.
Did it not? Ooh. Ooh, buddy.
I know.
You can
The
only
smoke
reroll
is starting
3
to
of
bother my
those.
eyes. Okay.
Jordan, are you okay?
I'm getting aggravated.
No,
Are you?
Jordan's not okay.
Nope, you don't notice anything different.
Ah. Hmm. Now, Mr. Kingmaker, a good question for the voters that would be bringing forth to you. How can you assure them that you, personally, won't be influenced by the temptation of power and control?
A very fair question. A very fair question. I think I think the best answer is often the simplest one. I have many people who are very close to me who have supported me since my founding of my company, and who have supported me into deciding to take up this role. And they are very much already made aware of just how much they will punish me if I dare abuse that power. We all have individuals like that in our lives, I'm sure you, whether they're parents, women, lovers, anything like that that we hold dear, who are there to keep us in check. I'm not
And who
saying that
exactly?
the oh, I'm not saying that the temptation will be there. I'm just saying that they will be that individuals like that will be there to keep me in check.
Who are those individuals that you have helping keep you in check? I know I have a few people backed behind me that I could name.
I will name one. I don't wish to expose them and make them all, celebrity based, and I don't want to give names away, but I will name one since she is already a part of my organization and you've already met her personally. You met Miss Chase, did you not?
Ah, yes, Miss Chase. Such a lovely person to have in your back corner.
Chase was such a lost soul when I first found her. She was, I guess you would say, at an impasse. She put her faith in something that ultimately ruined her, and she was left with nothing. But when I found her, I saw her potential, and she's like family to me. And I will, I will fight to my last end to make sure that she survives and that she survives, and she goes far in life.
There's
She
a
deserves
sudden
it.
knock on the door,
Oh,
and Vivian, speak of the devil, pops her head in and says, Mr. Kingmaker, there's a phone call for you.
oh, um, is it important? I'm in the middle of an
Yes,
interview.
it's quite important. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, I'm, I'm terribly sorry about this, Mr. Payne. It's not.
No, I do completely understand. But, one last thing before you go. And to all of my listeners out there listening to the Raw Talk, I personally would like to put my hat in the ring to run for mayor of New Orleans. And you see the biggest smile, semi-cocky, comes across Marcus's face. Like I said, a little healthy challenge. Let's see how you grow.
He gives a respectful, large smile on his own face, and just sort of shrugs and says, "You're the best man win." And he extends his hand for a handshake.
Marcus will gladly take your hand for a handshake and go, I plan to.
It's covered in piss.
God fucking
God
damn
damn
it.
it. Marcus, as you shake his hands, you suddenly get a premonition.
Ooh.
It is piss.
A red-haired woman in a shadowy room. A hand reaches out, holding a teacup of a dark, oozing substance. The red-haired woman takes it, looks at it in disgust, and throws the teacup to the ground. It shatters, and suddenly, as she walks away, the shadows pounce upon her. And the vision ends.
As I snap back from the vision. Do be safe, Mr. Kingmaker. There's a lot of crazy out there.
You too, Mr. Payne. I suppose I shall see you on the battlefield, so to speak.
So to speak, I will raise my flag high. I hope to see yours.
It shall be waved high above yours. He smiles with narrowed eyes before just immediately booking it out of there.
All right. We move over back to Sylvia. Sylvia, have you gone back to your apartment now that you don't have to room with Rise anymore? Or are you still staying with him? Sis?
She's muted.
Yes.
Sorry, I was muted. I think I've gone back and I've brought Templeton back home to his hidey hole.
You hear a tapping on your window.
I jump, but then I turn to see who it is.
You see a tall person with their head cut off above the window,
Oh
standing
my
on your
God.
balcony.
Averjoe.
A tip, a tap, a tippity tap. You just hear that rhythm from the back.
I open the window. Hey, hey,
Why,
Averjoe.
hello there. And he slowly turns, leans over, puts his hands under the window, and gangly ducks his head through the window.
I'm not sure if he could do anything non-gangly, though, is the thing.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard not to. Hi there. So
Hey, what's up? How can I help you?
First off, I kind of let myself in. I didn't even ask. Are we cool?
Please come in. Yeah, please come in.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't doing
apologies.
anything or anything.
Cool, cool, cool. Who's that right there?
You talking about my rat?
Mm-hmm.
That's Templeton.
Oh my god. He is so cute.
He's my closest friend.
I can understand why. Yeah, I would love to pet him, but before I do, I was just wondering, did you want to go out and feed tonight? I'd love to get a bite to eat, and it's been a while since I've had a friend. So,
Yeah, why not?
alrighty, I like that. All right. Anyways, do you want to go out the window or the normal way?
The window.
Window?
The window.
Hell yeah. Okay. You're cool. Fist bump
There's a
ya.
fire escape. It's fine.
definitely the window.
So currently, I don't know how you usually feed, but I go out and try to find different kinds of people. I think tonight, lately, I've been feeding on therapists because it's just interesting to hear what they say. Sometimes when they wake up, and sometimes, not all the time, but a lot more recently, I'll just sit down, kind of do the charm thing, and just have a convo with them. See what it's kind of like therapy sessions, but for free.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a positive way,
Ah.
but it's also sick in a positive way.
Well, I get that. Moral lines kind of get blurred after you get so old.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's something. Anyways, how do you usually do it? I would love to learn from you. I could show you how I do it.
I usually find the most fucked up, unconscious, either asleep or sort of inebriated person I can find, and I either find someone who doesn't need any help erasing their memories, or I find someone who's extremely susceptible to having their memory erased, and then I feed quietly and leave before they see me.
And if I may ask, how does that make you feel?
Oh gods.
Well, sometimes drunk, but most of the time just sort of full.
I could imagine. We oftentimes, and I assume by all means, lead the way. We can walk and chat and walk, tip to tap. Have you ever had tap dancing shoes? They're kind of fun.
I feel like I would find that annoying, but I might just not really. I might just be a hater.
There are a lot of haters in the world. It's not surprising that you'd have some of that hater energy, but that's all right. Some people have it, some people live with it. Hell's knows I'm a hater of some things. Oh, corn. Fucking hate corn.
You hate corn.
Yes, it's just it's annoyingly yellow.
I see.
Not only that, you can use it for so many things, but even when I was living, I don't remember a lot, but I remember I fucking hated corn.
That's fair.
Because they make so many things. Look, time passes a little weirdly. Oh, you've got me going off. If you don't want to hear about my corn of hatred, we can keep on going.
Yeah, probably better to keep going.
Okay, good. Anyways, how you been lately? That was kind of horrific to watch somebody die like that, and you're pretty new at this, so...
Yeah, it was... I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of cathartic, but, yeah, I don't like killing, and I don't like death, so it was... I don't know. I keep seeing it over and over again in my mind, even though I know that if anybody deserved to be gutted by Ophelia, it was definitely him.
Yeah. Who was he again to you? He looked... We had a conversation, and he looked kind of familiar, but...
He was my sire. My unwilling sire.
His eyes kind of go blank for a second and then refocus and looks at you. So, I could imagine you're not very happy with him, but you did hesitate, saying you didn't want to kill him. If you didn't have heard, out of curiosity, just personal curiosity, because I imagine Ophelia would love to hear this. If she wasn't there, how would you have dealt with him?
I don't know. I don't think I would have done anything. I think I would have just been lost again.
You deserve
He
more
has
than that.
he has this control over me, you know, and I'm not a violent person. I can't fight back.
Oh. Oh, how old is he? How old, I mean, was he? Positive smile.
I don't know. Ancient, I guess, but didn't stop him from acting like a fucking child.
Yeah, that's kind of a running theme with people of that age.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't miss him. He
I
made
can
my life
imagine.
and my unlife hell.
Well, I'm glad you're free from him now.
Thanks.
Well, I guess we talk a little bit more about feeding. So some of the things that I've learned over time, and you might have to get used to, things just kind of, you try something new every now and then. And I met this wonderful girl and this interestingly horrible man I don't know how long ago. His eyes glaze over again and then refocuses. Anyways, he's, I think, mostly dead. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Was based off Jack the Ripper or something along those lines. Jack the Ripper was involved. I heard that there were some cases around that lately. Is he coming back?
I don't know. I don't read the news.
I try to keep up with a little bit of politics every now and then. Usually, though, it's with other... What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Anyways. So, one of the ways I've looked at feeding, and he had a weird, interesting moral thing about killing people undeserving. And, you know, I'm not that way, and I don't want people to be that way. I see how you feed. I hear how you feed. That sounds awesome. Though I did pick up one little thing about him. How do you feel about punishing the assholes of the world in a way that isn't killing them?
I don't know. It's punishment is hard for me to think about because it's like I deserve probably a lot of, you know, the same things that other assholes deserve. So it's hard for me to think about giving people what they deserve because I'm one of those people, you know?
Are you thinking that's coming from who you are as a person or what you've become and what we are?
Both, to be honest with you.
I don't know your story, but I can't imagine you being that bad of an asshole. A little bit, yeah. Everybody has it. I can see it. The way
It's
you look
different.
at some people sometimes. Oh, yeah. But other than that,
It's different when you're a mother and you fail your child.
you were a mother. You see, he kind of shifts, not entirely into a serious stature, because he's always kind of jaunty when he's talking, but he slows it into a sense and refocuses it towards you in a way he hasn't before.
Yeah, I still am, technically.
That's not easy. My condolences for the situation you're in.
Thanks.
You don't have to talk about it, but would you like to know a secret? I don't think
Sure.
I've told anybody.
Yeah,
Hell, I
shoot.
don't think I even remember it all the time. I always wanted to be a father, I think. And think to a lot of people, not everybody, I think I've done a lot of bad things in my life because it's just been so, like, time is so weird when you look at it through the present lens. Because we think of existence like that in a
Yeah.
perception, but when in a vacuum, it gets really pressed down to the second dimension. But I digress. I think oftentimes I could never be a father because I'm like the father who always disappears. Never in one place a long time.
Yeah. I get that.
It's not easy. Still human?
The child?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 5 now. Or maybe 6.
Oh. Yeah. So pure and innocent at that age, huh?
I haven't seen her since before I was, well, before I became this.
Well, you know, I was going to show you tonight why they sometimes call me the demon of nightmares. But I don't think that sets the mood anymore. Would you like to, if you want to find someone, sure, but if you'd like to go on a more positive spin, we could go to, his name is Namar. He's a great therapist that I met a while ago. Yes, through feeding. Would you like to go and meet him? Oh, wait,
Sure.
no. Teresa would probably be better. She's a mother. She has like 3 different kids, and all of them are complete opposites. It's like if a love triangle was reversed and there was not like it's all platonic love. Dear God, we're not in Alabama. So, anyways, Teresa's great. Would you like to meet her?
Yeah, sure.
Sure thing. Alrighty. Hey, DM, would you like
Yes.
to improv something that I made up?
Sure. That's what I'm here for. All right. So you
I'll give
head
the
out
reins to you.
Yeah, so you head out to wherever Teresa is. Therese or Teresa?
We'll go with Teresa.
Teresa. You head to a nice
And
little
how-
townhome.
And how we get there is through my trailer that I have.
Yes. He has an RV, basically.
Neat.
Yeah, so you all, like, you get there, pull up, it's nighttime, like, all the kids are in bed, and Therese is just sort of enjoying the night air. Just sort of sitting on the porch, glass of sweet tea.
So she never really remembers that I come over, but I've done a little bit of work to where she doesn't get scared. She regards us as friends. Hey Teresa, how you doing?
Averjoe, honey, can I get you anything?
It's been a while. Honestly, so if you always make that best tea and it smells wonderful.
Absolutely. Best be quiet. One of the little babies was a bit fussy tonight.
I love her.
So, yeah, come on in. Who's your friends?
Please, by all means, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Sylvia. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, darling. Come on in. Any friend of Averjoe's is a friend of mine.
Thank you so much, Teresa. She's been through a rough time lately.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I do run a bit of a therapy clinic if you're ever interested. I mean, I might have a few openings up.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have plenty of business cards just for that reason. And she like, as she's walking in, she like grabs a business card off of like the table in the foyer and gives it to you and leads you all into a nice little, slightly cramped kitchen, but it's warm, it's homey. She like grabs the pitcher of sweet tea out from the fridge and starts pouring a few glasses.
that
I'm assuming
cookies I
that this is a
smell?
bit of a. Sorry, what?
Is that chocolate chip cookies I smell?
Of course, darling. Jamie has a little bake sale going on at his school.
Ah, smell is always divine in here. He kind of shoulders you a little bit.
Shoulders, who?
Sylvia.
Yeah. Smells great.
Anyways,
Of course. Well, I'm expecting this is a little bit of a nightcap. So, do you want some bourbon, some whiskey? I won't tell anybody. She like gives a playful mom wink.
Sure. Either would be nice.
Averjoe puts on the blush of life so he can enjoy it. Though he does have iron gullet, so.
Cool. She pours out the drinks for everybody and gives it to you. Well, Averjoe, what do I owe the pleasure of you visiting me tonight?
I was
Just wanted me to... Just in the neighborhood?
Just in the neighborhood. I honestly just wanted to come over and say hi. I introduce my friend and see if she wanted to talk with you at all. And also, honestly, I'm having one of my more lucid nights tonight. So, if anything comes up or any questions wanted to be asked of me, Sylvia, I'd be more than happy to have some fun tonight. Just give you a good night for once. It's gonna be rough for a while, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do any of you attempt to mesmerize or compel or...
Not me.
I'll just
I
give it the old-fashioned mesmerize.
Right? You don't have to roll. Immediately, her eyes, sort of mid-conversation, her eyes sort of glaze over, and she just sort of stares off into the middle distance, and she's open to be drank from.
Now, if you would love to, I can let you go first. I just need a little bit to end cap my night. Nothing a little bit much, so feel free to take as much as you want. Don't kill her, though, I would assume.
I don't kill her. I only take what I need.
Yep, you only take one hunger, so... Where do you feed from? The neck? The wrist?
The wrist. I don't like to get too personal.
You seal up the wound. Her arm sort of still hangs there as if she's a mannequin, just sort of staring off into the distance. Sort of in a trance almost.
Ah, delightful. And he goes in and feeds on the back of her neck, sealing it afterwards. He doesn't do anything egregious, though it is odd to watch a weird man slowly bend down with his arms fully bent into an acute angles because of his stature.
Yeah, it's like hypermobility. Like his elbows are like way above his shoulders. And...
It oftentimes what would come to your imagination is a spider with just 4 arms. But he seals up and, well, if there's anything you'd like to do, we can head back. I don't want to keep
Do
any
you
of the other
cloud her
guys waiting.
memory as well?
That as well.
Therese kind of blinks and sort of sways on her feet and says, "Oh, forgive me, darling. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Oh, goodness. That bourbon must have hit me a bit hard. I feel a tad bit woozy."
Well, I think you are as beautiful as you are unwoozy as you are woozy. So I hope the woozies have some fun tonight.
You are adorable, Averjoe.
Why, thank you. Your compliments always dress me up beautifully. Well,
Hmm.
Sylvia, unless there's anything else you'd like to talk about tonight, ever, by the way, Teresa, if she ever comes by, feel free to put her on my tab.
Oh, of course, darling.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sylvia. I hope to see you in my office soon.
Sure, yeah.
The invitation's always there, darling. You take care now.
Thanks.
And she
Thanks.
sort of escorts you to,
The outside of the house.
yes, escorts you to the door. I'm
So-
assuming, yeah, go ahead.
So, Sylvia, as we head back, would you like to go anywhere? I can drop you off, or we can go meet more friends. I always like to make more friends, or we can do what you want to do. I'm kind of open and free flow tonight.
What is Averjoe's text tone?
As in,
Like, does he have a cell phone?
he does have a iPhone. Some about out of date by 5 years. iPhone.
What's his text tone? Like the notification for his text notifications?
Oh, it's a little gerblin going yum 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 yum.
You hear that sound go off and feel your phone buzz in your pocket.
By all means, please give me the sound that I hear. Thank you. You made my night. He picks up the phone and looks at it.
I will text you what it says.
Oh. We shall see what I'm gonna be seeing tonight.
This is unrelated, but I'm fucking reading the April Fool's Day patch notes for Overwatch, and it's just fucking insane.
They are great. It's absolutely insane. And I love it.
Bob, Fred, new ability on Mouse Scroll. God.
So it looks like I just got a text from somebody named Claire. Ah, I remember Claire. Yes, Claire. Important. This is important. Would you like to meet somebody? Well, let me text back. And he texts back. Would you like to meet up or call or what's going on? He gets this Averjoe. He kind of reads it out loud. Averjoe, you're not going to believe the tea I have to spill. Can't meet up. Call it risky. Ooh, okay. This only keeps getting better, Sylvia. Text is preferred. Okay, good to know. You know what? I'll keep narrating. By all
Sylvia.
means, go ahead.
What, you're pretty much full for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
You know that you have to get out of here pretty soon, so.
I think Sylvia just says, Averjoe, thanks for making the night less lonely. But I'm gonna get going now.
Alrighty, well, it was a pleasure meeting you. I am going to get going and check up on this. Anyways, I hope that the night treats you wonderfully. Any place you want to be dropped off at?
Just home.
Home? Dealio. Alrighty. You get to control the playlist this time. and he gets in, and I guess the scene can continue on
Yes.
our end at preferable moments.
So, you drive off into the night. We return to Crown Records. Jade, you are quite impatient at this point. Soon the radio broadcast plays its familiar ending jingle, and Marcus comes back down to the lobby where you're waiting.
Hey, I was listening. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm excited.
Just this big cocky smile. Honestly, no idea what I'm about to do, but I'm here for it.
I mean, wait. Marcus, please tell me you didn't just announce that and have no plan.
I wouldn't say no plan.
Then what is your plan?
Just Marcus walks up to Jade and gives Jade a nice big hug and a kiss and is like, "My dear, I might not have a full plan right now, but I will make one by the end of the night.
Okay.
Let's go get a drink and meet up with everyone."
That sounds like a delightful idea. I'm actually kind of peckish.
Marcus sends out a mass message to everybody like, "Hey, who's up for some fun?"
Sending to
To the group chat, just like to the main group chat, just who's up for some fun?
Silver actually walks up to you, and in his arms is a gift basket.
Oh, my goodness.
What
Wolf,
is
would
in
you
the
like to
gift
describe
basket?
what is this in the gift basket?
Give me 1 second. I need to go back to where I put all the information for it because it's a while back. Give me a quick second. Please bear
Will
with me
say-
here.
I will say
No,
it's a
it's-
lot of expensive shit.
Bougie, I love it.
Okay, hold up. I
It's up my
know it's in
alley.
here.
Real quick, Moon, do you want me to narrate this or do you want to?
Go ahead.
In the group chat, there is a glitched user that just says bonjour.
So what the fuck?
Like, it almost looks like your phone is glitching out for some reason, but like if you like check it and like smack it a bit, it's definitely not.
Hon, you see this, right?
Yeah, so it's not just on my phone, it's on yours as well?
No, that's on my phone too. What?
No, that's concerning. It means someone's in our chat. We don't know who.
Please, dear Jade, do not fret. I mean you no harm. In fact, I am a friend of yours. I would love to speak with all of you when you are together later tonight, if that would work for you. Ophelia messages back, do you have to be so fucking cryptic? Come to Broken.
Okay, that's... Kind of look over to Marcus. That's... interesting.
It's Ophelia. Honestly, we shouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, we planned on going out anyway.
You want to grab a drink before we on our way up there?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay, I got it. I just need to get the images for it.
Ooh, there's images?
Just images.
Yes, there were images.
There's always images with Wolf.
What it? I'm trying to remember.
Yes,
What was?
there's
Does anybody remember that thing from like the early 2000s where you could send someone like a fruit bouquet, and it was like the fucking dumbest thing ever?
They
oh
still
God.
do it. I
They
work
still
at a
do it.
hotel. We get
God,
Yeah, they
them
do it.
sometimes.
Those are horrid. Like, whose idea? That's so stupid.
I love
Okay,
that
so
motivation.
as soon as it loads, I'm gonna say what he sent. Please load. Load. There we go. So Jack sent in his gift basket a bottle of Glen McKenna Scotch, aged 35 years, Ruby Roman grapes, and Swarovski studded chocolates.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so this basket is well over like $5,000.
She kind of looks over to Marcus and is just like, and he just, okay, that is a lot. But hey, it's ours now, so
That's a lot. It is ours.
it is ours now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Are those little flowers on the chart? That is.
No one years
Chocolate
of
just
with
staring
Swarovski
over.
crystals on them.
She's just staring at the chocolates, just like, wow, someone put effort into chocolate,
so much time into this.
and there are diamonds on the chocolate.
Can we just above board? Can we just take just a quick funny moment to realize two Toreadors are awestruck of the beauty of a gift basket. A gift basket.
Just staring down at it like it's the goddamn Mona Lisa.
So beautiful. Such gracious.
You realize after you realize I
magnificence.
Okay, I'm just gonna pose just like if Jack knew how you guys were reacting right now, I'm gonna post it. Like if he knew, I'm posting it.
Is it the
Wait
is
for
it
it.
Jay Gatsby like raising
I
his
say-
glass?
No, hold on. It's loading.
It's the gay.
God damn it.
It's obviously the gay Gatsby. Duh.
No.
Anyways.
Oh, it was loading. Loading.
She closes the box. She's like, all right. We have things to do. We have people to meet. We have drinks to drink. We have things to do. You know, I said that twice. Anyway. That was so pretty, though. Oh my gosh.
It was so pretty. Silver,
know!
bring that back to the apartment.
Oh yeah.
He nods and heads out.
Alright.
So where do you all go
And,
to slake your thirst?
I mean, really, we could go just about
I mean,
anywhere. I mean, bar nights or rampant.
That is
There's always
very
Whispering
valid.
Woods.
That is fair. Whispering Woods? Quick, easy.
Let's go to Whispering Woods.
Yeah.
On the way.
Exactly.
All right. You call Max to come around, and he transports you to the Whispering Woods Lounge. It's a bit of a quieter night, but there are still those who are ready for service. A few dancers absent-mindedly sort of lounging around the stage. Madame Whisper walks up and, does the French greeting with Marcus and with Jade. Welcome. Welcome back. How can I help you?
We were wondering if it was alright to get a bit of a drink.
Of course. What can I get for you, Jade? I know that you might not be able to have the same thing he has, or
I'm still rather new to all this, so.
She like blinks in surprise and then says, "Oh, oh my. I've missed quite a lot, haven't I?"
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Sorry for that surprise. I.
Well,
Yeah.
you're already quite familiar with Molly. Would you like her to tend to you, or would you like someone new?
You pick, my dear.
I know. I'm thinking. I just don't know how Ophelia would feel if I. I mean, it is Molly's job, and we are friends. I'm getting softical.
Molly's with Ophelia. She didn't work tonight.
Oh
remember?
shit! Sorry.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wait.
Well,
Hold
if
on.
you guys want Molly, you know where to
No,
find
it's
them.
fine.
No. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Too late.
We have. Okay. Reverse. Rewind.
Kudos to Jack's reaction,
says,
by the way.
I love it.
We do have a variety of options, both in the know, or if you would prefer to hone your skills.
I think a honing of the skills might be in order. If that is
Very well. I'll leave the choice up to you. We do have a few dancers. We also have a few other services.
Yeah. Just gonna look to Marcus. I think I'm gonna go grab a dancer.
Go right ahead. Let's
See you in a
let's
second.
see how you handle yourself without me.
She kind of nods and smiles at that as she slinks away towards one of the lounging dancers near the stage.
All right. Let's see. Give me. So, how do you approach him, or who are you approaching? Man, woman, in between.
The androgynous, the better.
The thwink.
That's the wink. Yeah. she'll-
Do you want a bitch bro or a non-binary hoe? Those are your three options.
Non-binary hoes all the way.
All right.
As a non-binary person, I do rather like the non-binary inclusion. Anyway.
All right. You approach this androgynous looking person, and they sort of like look up and sort of, lounge casually, like showing everything off, just like, "Hey, lovely, looking for a dance?"
I mean, of course, but if you're offering.
Of course. Just tell me when, where, I'll grab a drink for you.
I think I won't need a drink tonight, but mind if we step somewhere private?
Oh, a private dance, of course. And they smile and extend a hand to you
And she
to
takes
lead
it
you away.
and then slips away.
They take you to, like a private booth. And they like a nice slow beat song comes on, and they start doing their routine, and they say, well, what brings you in besides coming to visit me?
I just needed to take the load off, Just relax. And she kind of looks to the dancer and is like, "Is that alright if I touch you?"
Absolutely. Touch all you like.
And she lightly snakes a hand across the thigh and brings the dancer in and starts little pop kisses across the chest leading up to the neck before you know, taking a little bit of a sip.
Yeah, they kind of start giggling, and soon they gasp slightly as they feel your newly minted fangs slide into their neck. But then they are boneless under your touch. You,
Sip, sip, sip.
yep, you slake your hunger and pull away. You probably know how to seal the wound. You've probably seen Marcus do it, so you give an experimental lick, and like magic, the skin knits itself back together.
And for good measure, she gives it a boo-boo kiss.
Yeah. There's a slight hickey, but you know,
Yeah.
it's plausible. Plausible deniability. And the dancer sort of comes out of their trance and kind of like flutters their eyes and says, "Well, if you wanted that, you could have started with that."
Well, I can be a bit shy sometimes. I apologize.
That's okay. Oh man. Whew, that was amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
certainly
I haven't had a hickey like that in a long, long time. Wow. Yeah. They kind of like fidget awkwardly before, sort of like rushing through the end of their routine. Still letting you touch them.
Oh yeah.
And then sort of like, once like the song ends, they sort of take a step back just to like allow you to sort of, step out of the booth if you would like, and or just sort of like give you the option to leave, and they'll follow you
I
out.
think she stands up and straightens herself out, and she's like, "This is lovely.
Thank you.
I'm definitely gonna be back sometime later, maybe."
Yeah, and I mean,
What's her
if you
name?
ever, I'm River. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, River. You were divine.
Thank you. You were too, if that's too forward of me to say. I'm sorry, but
No,
yeah.
you're alright. And she takes River's hand, gives it a peck before politely moving out of the booth and back out into the foyer.
Nice. Marcus, what are you up to?
Marcus probably would have had one of the dancers in the know, just like, I'm too tired to try and fight. Let's give me someone in the know. Just 1, 2, 3. Just call it a day.
Who do you go for? Like, what's your type?
Marcus goes for anyone, really. I think today he's in the need for a more feminine touch.
Yeah, so you grab one of the female dancers. Nice outfit. Sort of a very cabaret-like routine. But eventually offers herself to you. You slake your thirst, and yeah. So you go back down to 1 hunger.
Amazing.
Right. Rise, don't think I didn't see your little thing in the chat.
I didn't know what else he would be doing tonight, so I was like, he's gonna go out dancing. It'll be fun.
Give me a wits awareness check to see if any of you spot one another.
Alright. Oh goodness.
Dancing queen.
Okay, what's awareness?
Dancing queen. Oh man, now we have that song
Woo!
stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
4
Only a
successes.
3.
3 successes, 4 successes.
One
Marcus, you don't see
success.
anything. You're still riding the high. Jade, you
Marcus.
see Rise, and then, Rise, you soon spot Jade.
You're gonna say something, Marcus?
I was gonna say Marcus is like in this high of I got to just argue with someone properly without it being an argument, and I know a lot and stuff. He is just riding a mental high of like I'm good right now.
Rise, or Jade, you see Rise in dark black jeans that are quite low, a tight black crop top, and a black beanie, hair all mussed up, and he is dancing away.
I think she quickly slips over to Marcus before pointing out Rise and is just like, look who's here! He's enjoying himself. Should we say hello?
I'm pretty sure Rise didn't get the message, so let's go pass on the invitation.
Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about that. I was having a blast.
I
Is
could
that
tell.
like
I saw
as
the look
he's
on the
doing?
guy's face that walked out.
Rise does the like as he's doing like a like turn. He like freezes as he sees Jade and Marcus. Oh,
She kind of waves.
he like puts his hands down and just like shyly waves back.
Strolls right on over to the edge of the dance floor, so he can come over if he wants.
He'll like wander over, his hands in front of him the whole time. I didn't know you guys were here. When did you get here?
A few minutes ago.
About 5-10 minutes ago.
Are you enjoying the night?
Very much so. Did you get the message, or have you been busy dancing?
Message? He'll like pull
Check
out
the
his
group
phone.
chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Leave Bryce.
Yeah,
you
there's
think-
just like some grainy surveillance video zoomed in on Rise in the group chat.
Rise is just sitting there like,
I'm tempted to make Averjoe there doing that exact dance.
Absolutely, go for it. You met up with Rise.
please.
Just grooving.
Yeah, I think he puts on a pair of red tinted glasses that are circular and has a nice little hat on that has a nice wide brim and is dancing just like that.
Is he wearing jorts?
Just vibing.
Just vibing. No, he's in his same getup
Please.
as before.
Just
Did
vibing.
not
Oh
change.
my wow.
He does not sweat, so he is
Good
living
luck.
his cosplay dream.
Yeah, so standing like a full head taller than the dance floor.
Arms are waggling out, so he makes sure not to hit anybody, but inevitably he does by accident.
I have a
Who's
question.
the big
Has
guy?
Jade met?
No, neither
Nope.
Marcus nor Jade has met Averjoe, so Rise will have to introduce him.
He's looking at the text. Oh. He looks down at himself in his outfit. I probably don't have time to change, do
Yeah, no. I mean, I have a
No.
hoodie, but like,
I? Just don't let Ophelia make fun of me.
no
Oh,
promises,
you know
darling.
she's going to.
Darn it. And he'll like turn back to the dance floor. He'll be like, "Hang on, let me tell Averjoe that I've gotta go. Should we?"
Average Joe?
Oh,
Really your
hang,
name.
hang on. Goes back onto the dance floor, like taps Averjoe. Come meet some friends.
What was that?
Come meet some friends.
Sorry, I have to lean in a little. He leans in. What was that? One more time. It's a little loud.
Rise just like folds his arm, his arms across his chest. Come meet some friends.
Ooh, friends? Hell yeah. All right, I'm in.
Motions him over, pouting a little bit at how tall he is, and brings him
Walks.
over to Marcus and Jade. Marcus, Jade, this is Averjoe. We met.
You may describe your
For the-
characters to him.
again.
For the first time, Marcus actually has to look up.
I know we're like, darn.
Jade, being like only 5'4", always looks up. So it's just like, now this is just overkill. So now she's like, kind of like, she has to actively take a step back to look up fully.
Well, all right. So to be fair, this is something that is always described as my character, so you don't have to do it as bad. Is that he's in a perpetual slouch unless he usually gets serious or intimidating with people. So he's usually at his 6-something height
Okay.
because of his crouch.
Jade over here looking up at Averjoe like a video game character, bent backwards, like at the hip at a 90-degree angle.
No! It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Like playing Phasmophobia, and you're like, is there something on the ceiling?
He looks
Anyway.
like he's got that gamer crouch.
Oh god.
Anyway, Rise
Anyway.
will look over. Jade,
He starts
Marcus,
spitting out splinters, coughing for a second.
Oh.
Averjoe. He like finishes.
Ah, pleasure. He is in a, like I described before, wide-brimmed black hat with some circular red tinted glasses, or rose tinted, with probably golden frames. He has a nice vest that has embroidery of orange flowers that are described only as the color of red, the color of fire, as it goes up him. And finally, I would say, just his pants are kind of silky. There you go.
Interesting.
He has a nice little cloak that has good, like beautiful black embroidery on the inside, but can only be seen when he lifts his arms out of it. Pleasure to meet you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Like Rise just said, I'm Jade.
Jade.
Yes.
Cool.
Jade is a, like I said before, 5'4", woman. She's a dancer's build. Like she's a little shaved to her. Sorry, my brain is like suddenly going
Dark curly
for
hair,
prey.
olive
Dark
skin.
curly hair. Yep. Like, olive skin. She's wearing like very comfortable clothes. But it's still very obvious that she's wearing a leotard under it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
She's always
like
ready
your
to
style tonight.
perform.
The power of
always
dance.
ready.
The power of
Pocket
dance
circles,
compels
huh?
me. I must dance.
Pocket sand.
Anyway,
Pocket
pocket glitter. Ha! Anyway,
Ooh, all right. I
No.
can use a little extra sparkles on my getup today.
that was out of character. My bad.
Too late now.
It's
Oh
canon now.
god, no, it's canon. Oh god.
Your character is a pocket o' glitter character. It's something you can never get rid of.
I can never get rid of it now. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well. She's very beautiful. In the every sense of the word. She has an air of grace about her. And she gestures to Marcus. And this is Marcus, my boyfriend and sire.
Ooh, that kind of relationship going on. All right, cool. I can get behind it. It works sometimes, sometimes doesn't. You guys look pretty cool though.
Ah.
What's your name? It was sorry, it was Marcus,
Marcus.
right?
Marcus Payne, nice to meet you. to describe Marcus. Marcus is 6'2". He has a jet black beard, longish hair, like shoulder length, flowy, curly, and I actually have a picture of the outfit he is wearing tonight that I will send into the chat.
Ooh, how tantalizing.
How erotic.
Fancy.
How erotic.
How erotic. Okay, no, actually, no, yeah, that is kind of erotic. I was joking.
Yeah.
I was joking.
Yeah, no, that's
That is. Huh.
That's
sexy.
literally the daddy dom.
I said that as a joke, and then
every
you
person
posted
wants.
that shit, and now I can't go back because it literally is.
I can only imagine him with a riding
It's
crop in
canon.
hand now.
It's canon. Ophelia did say how erotic to Marcus. It is canon now.
No, I did. She did not. She's not here.
Way, anyway.
Later.
Wow, you. So Averjoe kind of pipes up. Wow, you very much remind me of, well, a few people I've known. But I digress. Did Marcus? Did you go for mayor just recently?
I did.
Did you win, or is that still coming up?
The election has not come up yet. I just put my hat in the ring to start running.
Rise interrupts. You what?
Yeah.
Was that
Did
recently,
you not listen
or-
to my show?
I think I did. I'm pretty sure. You
Rise
watched-
just looking down who's been here for a while. Aw.
I
Sorry?
would
Yeah, I even had Mr. Kingmaker on the show, asked him some questions. I actually got some pretty interesting information off of him.
Ooh, I'm always.
Anyway,
down
that's for another
something
time.
new.
Ooh, tea?
I mean, I love
Averjoe. What do you want to spill some tea and walk with us? And we're gonna back to Broken.
I mean, I have been looking for something else to do tonight, and you know what? I wouldn't mind that at all. You all seem like very interesting people, and I'm up for some entertainment tonight.
Good.
That's good.
I'm excited to get to know you better.
Oh, why, thank you. See, and he continues with you all, and you notice absent-mindedly every now and then he'll take a piece of gnarled wood, and you watch as he is biting at it and shaping it slowly into something that it looks like has a handle now, but there is still a lot of work to be done.
Jade just kind of looks at this and is just like, "You're whittling wood with your teeth?"
Yep.
Oh. That
When
is
you get older,
very interesting.
young one, when you get older, you gotta find some weird hobbies. This is one of them.
I suppose that's fair.
This is you in 1,000 years. Get a good look.
No.
1,000 years.
That's how old you are.
She kind of like looks up for a second. I think it's quite clear over the time that you start to get to know him that he kind of stares off into the distance for a second, as if trying to remember something, and then comes back to the present. Possibly, maybe, not too sure.
I
been a while.
see. You're very
I guess you
interesting.
would stop. Stop keeping count after a while. What's the point?
I mean, after you hit 21, is there really any other birthday that you really paid attention to?
Fair.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Did Rise hit 21? Yes, okay, good. Continue.
I was about to say.
Yes, he did.
I mean, I
have celebrated
originally
every
was
birthday
kinda-
since 21.
I was kind of hoping to remember my 30th, but I don't think it's that important anymore.
Technically, you will. It'll just not really change
that
much.
I didn't mean to send you all into existential crises on this.
Rise,
no,
just
no,
like,
you're-
it's
you're
not.
good.
Don't worry.
No, it's just reality.
Oh
Tis
yes,
Rise,
we always
just
gotta
pop.
snap back to reality always.
Oops, the ghost gravity.
Snap back to reality. Reverse gravity.
All right, so you're all going
Alright,
to...
we're going to broken.
Yes, yeah, broken.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you all head to Broken.
This is the conversation as we walk down the road.
Yes. Ophelia, what are you doing?
She is looking at a man and is like, "Sir, you don't want to do this. She will drink you under the table and you will have to go to the ER. You don't want this."
I'm gonna be fine. I drank straight moonshine.
Is that why you have a kidney? Is that why you have a scar from when your liver was removed?
Yeah, how would you know?
Your shirt is riding up an uncomfortable amount.
Yeah, shit.
Sir, trying to push it down isn't going to help. That shirt is very clearly 4 sizes too small. How did you even get that shirt on?
Fuck off.
Sir, that is a Paw Patrol shirt for a child. You are 6'2". How did you get this on?
I'm sorry.
Yes, whatever. We drinking or not?
Give me a second. Okay. Molly, do you want to do this? I know you're going.
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
I know you're trying to go easy tonight, so you've only had 23. So I'm just asking.
23 is like child's play.
All right.
Rookie numbers.
All right, bartender, line him up. First one to pass out. First one to pass out. Stops drinking. Ophelia punches the dude in the face. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, come on.
He is.
A round of booze go.
Listen.
Around the
Somebody
bar.
else can do it, but this guy would clearly die. And me personally, I don't want to have. And me personally, I don't want to have to I don't want to have to deal with the sheriff again.
That was one time.
It was one time while you were here, Molly. One time while you were here. Anyways, we gotta get ready. Anyways, you head upstairs and set up the. Laptop for the call for everybody else.
Okay.
Mwah. And Ophelia's like, kind of slaps, like pulls out some smelling salts and like snaps it and waves it under the dude's nose. Hey, buddy, you lost. Go home.
He just turns to his side and just.
And she puts him in like the recovery position and just like, he'll be fine. Right? And she looks at the bartender like, right? He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. All right.
All right. So. Yeah.
When my posse gets here, tell them to come upstairs. And if there's a really tall one, amongst him, tell him to take his fucking shoes off.
Okay.
He got mud all over my apartment last night. I don't even know where.
right.
He just did.
Okay.
Thank you, James. You're a peach. And she goes upstairs.
All right. So you all make it to Broken. You head upstairs. Averjoe, you are prompted to take your shoes off.
Averjoe just kind of looks. You know what? I can understand that. That's on me. Takes them off, and then from under his cloak, he reaches behind his back, unhooks something, and puts a pair of Birkenstocks on the ground. Slowly fits in. Goes, all right, all good to go.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Incredible.
All right. So you all head upstairs where Molly has set up a laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just
Uh,
Rise knocking on the door.
It's open.
I must.
Then he stands behind Barkus so that Ophelia doesn't see his outfit. You first.
You're really gonna. If you're gonna hide
Jade-
behind someone,
Jade has already
Averjoe
opened the
is
door and
best
walked
one
in.
You should hide.
Good evening, Jade. Hello, Marcus. Hello. Hello. Hello, Rise. Does not acknowledge Joe.
Poor Averjoe.
Now,
Hey, Ophelia.
as you guys must have seen on the group chat, there was a little bit of a newcomer.
Yeah, who? Man?
Well, after Sylvia got that crazy message and all the shit happened, it came to my attention that we might need a bit more help in the informational gathering side of things.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
I called in a favor from an old friend that I used to work with,
I see.
and they will be assisting us in a manner to speak. But
a notification pops up on the laptop and a ringtone begins to play.
Ophelia hits join. There's nobody on the screen. It's just completely black, but a voice comes through. Bonjour, Kotori. It appears that you are all here. Wonderful. Now, if I'm counting correctly, there's one extra. Ophelia? Who is that? I have no fucking clue. Well, Mr. Long, Tall, and Gangly, you shall introduce yourself first then. Go on. Quickly now, we have things to do.
Hi. Who am I? Who do I have the pleasure of acquainting myself with?
Well, you will find that out in due time. Now,
Fair enough.
Marcus Payne, you're running for mayor. Congratulations. Jade, it appears that you're a bit new to this whole life. Don't worry, we will take good care of you. Well, at least, I know, sweet little Ophelia here, Phil. Will you shut up and get through your weird things that you gotta do? Yes, of course. Pleasure to meet you, Rise. There's no need to be afraid. Sometimes in life, you just need to open your third eye in order to see past all of the crazy shit. Now,
Will tense up at that.
I have been called upon from Ophelia to help you gather information, but I am a person, I struggle with her accent, I should mention.
You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
If you need to take a break.
No,
feel
I'm
free.
just like, I can't, it's like, I have like, when I do this particular accent, I get like a crazy wall of phlegm in my throat, and so I have to like go, ugh, to get it out sometimes, because it works my
Man,
vocal
I know
cords in
how
a
you
very,
feel.
very weird way. All right. But first, how about you all ask your questions first? Marcus, you're going to, Marcus, you first.
How do you know all of the information you know?
Well, I
To
live
us.
well, like the average Twitch streamer and the person who basically works in IT. I'm very good with computers. The only difference is I'm good with information. While Ophelia trades in blood, you trade in music. Molly trades in various beautiful, indecent actions. I trade in information. Information is key to power. Never once in the world has there been a person who has risen to power and stayed there without having someone who can give them the little dot-to-dot tactics of the people that are next to them and behind them.
You know, I'm starting to like this woman even more and more by the day.
just met them.
I know. Everybody loves information. I mean, it's pretty useless to me, but at the same time, kind of fun to learn.
Now,
Yeah.
Wise, how about you next? You seem a little skittish, might I say.
I don't like not knowing who I'm working with.
Oh, I am offended, mon cher. I'm offended, Charlie. The simple fact that Ophelia trusts me isn't enough.
No.
Ah!
Especially when you know information that I thought, he glances at Ophelia, was trusted information.
Oh, do not look at the big lummox like that. She told me nothing. When she asked me to assist you all, I simply did some research of my own.
Interesting.
Now, your questions, Jade.
All right. So, you're an information gatherer. You're
We?
more or less an information broker.
Ah, that is the term that you use over there in America, is it not?
Yes. So, it takes information to get information.
Usually for me, that is what my trade. However, Ophelia and I go back, way back, and and you can't see it, but you can feel the sly grin across her lips. We did some work together and have gained a bit of a rapport. She's one of the few people that I am willing to do work for without proper exchange, if one might say.
Right.
Oh, so you're like on retainer. Noted.
Anyways, continue with your question, Jade.
Well, you kind of answered it. If I was more or less going to ask what we would be needing to give to gain.
Wonderful. Now, Molly, I remember when you were setting up the laptop, you were kind of mumbling to yourself. Did you have a couple questions? I wanted to check.
How do you know Ophelia?
Ah, that is a long story, mon chéri. A story of beauty, grace, and beautiful, beautiful bloodshed. One where blood ran over the streets in a beautiful cacophony of lead. One where I could still taste the sweet screams of those that were tormented as the information leaked from their lips in a beautiful song of a symphony in light, like Beethoven on his opening night. But
Okay.
that is a story for another day.
At least you make your bloodlust artistic.
Oh, Mr. Joe, there's only art in what I do. This is how we French do. Besides, if there's one thing that we appreciate, it's art. That and betraying our own people, but we'll get back to that at another time.
Jade kind of like quirks her brow and kind of looks concerned at the betraying your own people spit, and it's just like, oh.
Oh, don't worry.
okay.
I would never betray you or Ophelia. One, I trust her. She is someone that we have worked together with, and so I have no reason to. Second, despite what it might seem, I actually prefer my head firmly attached to my body.
I see.
Now, any other questions?
I have two
Bumbling.
unimportant ones.
Go ahead.
I will let everybody else ask their questions beforehand because this pertains only to something I'm interested in.
Right, rise. Anything I can do to ease your anxiousness?
Well, it'd be lovely to see you and perhaps get a name.
For the time being, you can call me the Owl Maiden. Think of it like the Iron Maiden, but with an owl in front of it. The person who gave us our code names wasn't too clever. Ugh, thanks, it Thank the gods he's dead. That. And
Kinda, like curled up on the couch, one of his legs up towards him.
and I would show you, but I'm afraid that my incredible beauty would probably blind you. Also, it is a matter of security on my end. These things work best if people do not know where to look for me when I am out on the streets at night looking for a bit of a snack.
Man,
Oh,
you're
so you're kindred.
Ah, we. Do you. We. And a beautiful one at that.
see either he's a or either they are a toreador who is excellently, lavishly, beautifully put together, or a Nosferatu who is running one of the best scams I've ever seen.
Now, Mr. Joe, if you appreciate the few memories that you still have and your tongue being attached to your mouth, I would burden you to watch your tongue.
No. That was not a dig at you in particular. I was just saying, because we can't see you, they could either be true. They're just theoretical.
Ophelia, what do you say? Considering the fact that the person who's voicing us hasn't have any art of you ready, let's wait until another time. Great idea. Now. That is my actual reason why I can't have the camera on. I literally have nothing for her right now. I'm working on it.
I can attest to this.
Yeah, I'm working on it in time, but anything else, lies that I could do to soothe your spirits in the short term?
I mean,
Kind of like, no, I don't think there's anything you could do to make me trust you.
What?
But
I do.
Huh?
2 questions for you, Monsieur something French. First off, what is one of your favorite childhood memories?
One of my favorite childhood memories is Ophelia hits M, muting the call. You really don't want to hear this.
I mean, I kind of do.
You really don't want to do this. And then she waits for a bit and unmutes. If only that sweet, sweet person had survived the accident. But anyways, enough about the past. You had another question?
Yes. Do you know anything about La Sombra named Claire?
A Sombra named Claire. Let me see. She... Moon, you just stab me.
Yeah. Well, there's some really old stuff on there. It doesn't look like any accounts have been active for some time.
It appears that nothing too recent at the moment.
Good to know. And so nobody's following her.
Well, I
Or
can't
there
say
isn't-
I
doesn't
can't
seem
say
anything.
that. It just means that nothing in the public eye has been seen. Give me a couple days and I can find a bit more information. But you're not paying me, so you can come back at another time.
Fair enough. And I abide my time away. Pleasure.
Yes. But if we are all done with questions, she does a pause, kind of waiting to see if anybody else says anything. Wonderful. Now, like I said, I am here to assist. Now, I cannot take an active role. All I can do is provide little bits of information from here and there. Ophelia simply wanted to come here, so then you could know that I am here keeping an eye on things, as you might say. But I must go. It is a bit early in the night for me, and patrons are now starting to come into my little shop, you might say. Hopefully, we get one that is a little less respectful of the artifacts. Then I will have a nice plaything and a good meal. Au revoir. And the call ends, and Ophelia is just like, So, any questions for me?
Yeah, what exactly is she doing?
Simply put, she's, like I said, she's an information gatherer. Her speciality in recent times, hell, even in the early days of when things could happen, before it was called hacking, she was a hacker. And she still is.
Interesting.
You probably
That
noticed
explains a lot.
you probably noticed the glitchiness on your phone. That's a sort of failsafe on her end. I don't know all the specifics. I don't know a lot of that froofy technology shit, but I can tell you if there's one thing is that she is 100% to be trusted. A little mad, but to be trusted.
I see.
So is she just gonna like do surveillance on us, or?
Surveillance, keep tabs on things. Mostly I have her looking into the murders that have been going on.
Right. Those are really important.
Mm-hmm. By the way, congratulations,
do?
Marcus.
Thank you.
He's gonna
Does she
do
do
great.
security?
She does security. She does security on all of our phones. With her messaging us, I wouldn't be surprised if she's gone in and fixed a few back doors that were in there.
That would be interesting. Or good. Yeah.
Marcus, I'm gonna tell you now. If you see any weird things happening on if you get any complaints from any of your workers, it's Owl.
Of course it is.
She's very thorough with her research. Though when we worked together, we tried our best to keep her out of the field for a couple reasons.
Are you comfortable telling us what clan she is?
I am comfortable. It's more so she'll allow me to tell you.
Right, consent and all that.
Hang on, she just texted me. She said yeah. Hang on. Moon, is it okay if I actually tell them, or do you want me to save it?
Go ahead, but I will end the session.
She's like, my friend, Owl Maiden, is a Tremere.
Oh.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.